Hey, what's going on, everybody? Big J Gleez here, and today we're going to break down the play PA comebacks from the gun ace. So as you see right here, this is the base play for the comebacks out of the gun ace, and what we're going to do is we're going to put our running back on a wheel, and then we're going to put the wide receiver on the left on a drag. And this is going to be our universal setup. We do have the option to block our running back if we think a blitz is coming, but for right now, we're going to put him on a wheel. Now, there are a couple things to note with this play. The first read is going to be the running back, and the second read is going to be the drag, X. Now, when you look at this play, the initial thing that you want to take a look at when you come up to the line of scrimmage is where the safeties are. That's going to indicate what type of coverage it most likely is. So right now, we're playing a cover 3, and you can see that there's one safety over top. That lets me know that as a late read, Y is going to get open. So the first thing we're going to take a look at is the outside on the right. And we're going to play a little game here between the deep comeback and the wheel route. Now, if the defender on the sideline is in some type of purple zone, he's going to go back for the comeback. Now, if he goes back for the comeback, we have an instant 5 yards to the running back. And that's a read that you can make rather quickly and simply. So we're going to take a look at this right here. And as he rolls up the field, just bullet past the ball, he'll catch it. And we get 4 or 5 yards every single time. Now, the defense is going to eventually put some hard flats out there, because they're going to want to stop this route. Now, when they put the hard flats out there, the way that this is going to work, I'm going to look off of the running back and possibly come back to the drag, and then late reads will be Y and B. So as we snap the ball, we see the hard flat, we got B, he's open for the comeback, and we're good. All right, and that's like 20 yards. So it basically forces them to put both a purple and a flat on the right side of the field. Now, let's say they are playing, their hard flats. Let's say they do have a purple over here as well. We'll even take him off the line of scrimmage. So that's going to negate everything on the right side of the field. But we still do have other things that are open. We have the X pattern, we have the Y pattern. This is true no matter what the shell is. So whether it's cover 4, cover 2, it doesn't matter. You're still able to hit Y over the linebackers and below the safety. So as you see there, we just throw it, click on, and we hit A to possession catch it. Now I'll show you what this looks like against cover 2 with hard flats. Now my suggestion to you is that if you do see cover 2 zone and you see that the outside receiver gets pressed, I would suggest not throwing it to the running back, because sometimes that corner has a tendency to fly off and make the pick, just like that. All right, so if you see a cover 2, no matter if you think that they're in hard flats or not hard flats, the read is too tough to make. So the way that you know that it's cover 2, they'll have both safeties deep, and there'll be a bump or press, and the corners are off of the receiver. So you can see they're not as deep as a cover 3, but they're not right up on the wide receiver. If they are off the receiver but still press, you know that it's a cover 2. So if you see that, we're going to go to our other reads here. All right, so this is the setup. We see the press. We're not going for it. We got the underneath route for about 6 or 7 yards. So we're going to take a look at cover 2, and we're going to throw to the other patterns as well. And you can see that Y still does get open. It's not covered. It goes over the linebackers, below the safeties. You saw that the drag works. And on the late read, we also do have the in. All right, so last but not least, we're going to take a look at man press. And against man press, we have a couple options here. The Y pattern will get open depending on where the man player is. So if the inside linebacker is covering Y, typically it's not going to get open unless you have a really good tight end. If it's the outside guy, then typically it will get open. You just have to be able to read it, and it'll get open between the safeties. You also have the in, which does get open, as well as the drag on the left, which does get open as well. So you can see right here that the in pattern does get open. That's going to be your typical man beater in this set. And we're going to take a look at the drag, as that does get open for a couple yards. If we wait on it, the receiver will typically get more separation. So it makes it even more effective if we are able to wait on it. As you see here, we get some more separation. If you wait even longer, you can get more separation. But you kind of see, you get the gist of what I'm talking about here. Now, if you do suspect a blitz, a lot of times, typically it'll come from a man look with no one over top with off coverage. If you do suspect that, you can block the running back, and the B pattern does get open for a lot of yards. So any type of man off, the comeback pattern is going to smoke it. You also have the drag on the left, which will smoke it, and the in as well. So you have options against both man off as well as man press. So that's it. I hope you found this video informative. There are a lot of things that you learn with this video that not only help you with this play in particular, but they translate into other plays and other playbooks, different concepts that you can really implement into your game no matter what playbook you actually use. So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to click that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It's Big J Gleez signing out. Thanks for checking in and continue to game strong.